Hi, Jennifer Anderson here. This is a case study about how it's possible to actually succeed your way into bankruptcy or even worse. I was contacted by a former client who reached out to me and said, I need to speak with you urgently. I just moved into a new house. My landlord and I hadn't signed a lease yet. I went back home. I found my landlord unresponsive on the floor. I don't know what to do. That started a whole series of events. Unfortunately, the landlord passed away. I became involved in the business and in the estate, had to sort out all kinds of loose ends. Unfortunately, there was no real business plan, there was no record keeping system, there was no tax planning, no insurance or insurance planning. And that left his employees unable to get paid, a lot of his customers unable to get the services they had ordered. It meant that his business could not live on after him because he didn't have a business really stably created. So, what happened is he had started a business, he started to have some measure of success, started to scale his business, started to invest in some rental properties. But across the board, he didn't get legal advice, any of the advice that he really needed to have a foundation upon which he could build. He also, because he started running into tax trouble, getting tax liens put on his properties, he started having his accounts receivable get too old to really reasonably collect them very well, especially without the legal advice that he needed. He started then falling behind on his own payments to creditors. That really caused him to go into a tailspin, to start engaging in really risky behaviors, to get even more extreme in his patterns of taking action without good plans. And unfortunately, that really led to the situation that my former client, found himself in, with this landlord just unresponsive, with a whole host of problems that everyone had to sort out without having a real set of instructions about, where his records were, what to do, how to keep his business going, who should receive it. And that ultimately is not only going to cost tens of thousands of dollars for his loved ones to sort out in his absence, but also just means that his business really cannot live on, and that he really is, all of his property that could have been transferred, his business that could have lived on, is going to be eaten up by fees and debts that could have been planned around.